Hey guys, so here we go. We've just been into tools and add-ins and the App Store and downloaded that voronoi generator. Once we've opened it from your download folder and you've closed and reopened Fusion, we should be able to start using it. So if I come into solids at the top, so we've got a solid, surface, sheet metal and tools, go into solids and go into the create menu, and hopefully right down at the bottom there's the voronoi sketch generator. There it is. When you select that, you're going to get a dialog box like this, a window like this pop up. So number of cells, I'd be a bit cautious here. I would keep it below, probably, it says you can go up to 256. I wouldn't suggest anything remotely like that. I'm going to go an odd number. I think 17 will work for me. 17, 21, I don't know, keep it towards the lower end of that. This one here, I haven't fully worked out. It does change it, but I haven't fully worked out how. Sorry, I missed this one entirely. This is curved or straight sides, and it's as simple as that. One is going to give you curved shapes, one is going to give you straight edge shapes. I'm going to go curved. This is super important. The width needs to be 102. It needs to be 102 because that has got to fit the base that you've already created. And if it's not 102, it's not going to fit, almost certainly. Okay, so curved edges I've gone for, could have chosen straight. Number of cells, odd numbers seem to work quite well. Don't make it too large. 102 must be the width, 200 must be the height, and then I'm going to click OK. And it's going to draw that for me. Okay, so that's pretty cool because I've got nice curved edges to everything, and that's going to be the basis for my side piece. Okay, now once you've done that, we need to, you can see some of these come really, really close to the edge. That's never going to work. Think about laser cutting and how thick the material will be that's left there. It's going to be pretty small, right? There's a few places like that. That's the worst one, obviously. That's pretty close. And we've also got to put some joints into this. So you'd really be, struggling to create that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to edit this sketch. To do that, I'm going to click on this arrow here, and I'm going to edit my voronoi sketch one. Okay, so I'm now into edit mode with this. Once I'm in edit mode, I'm going to do what's called an offset. An offset just involves you pressing O for offset on your keyboard and then coming to an edge. If I do click on here, it's going to give me an offset of that shape. I want an offset of the rectangle. Okay, so you can see it going blue to sort of pre-highlight it or to highlight it. Click on there, and then I'm going to drag that in, but I actually want an amount, so I'm going to put in -10, and that's going to give me a 10mm border all the way around the outside. Once I've done that, I'm just going to delete anything that's in the border. So I'm going to press T for trim, and I'm going to delete out anything that is too close to the edges. So now I know that everywhere I've got 10mm of material once I've laser cut. Okay. Now all of these lines might be a bit lines and marks might be a bit distracting for you. If that's the case, then just come over to the side and you can start unticking some of these things. So you say, I don't want to show the dimensions, for example, and some of the things will go. I don't want to show the constraints. I don't want to show the projected geometry. I don't want to show the points, and so on and so forth. And you can see that's going to sort of start clearing that up. I leave the profile on because that gives you a good indication of whether things are, just I think helps, but up to you. Now, if I send that to the laser cutter, every one of these continuous lines, that one, and that one, and that one, and that one, every one of those continuous lines is going to get laser cut. And if they all get laser cut, then obviously all of this is just going to fall out. It's just going to come out as a separate piece, which is not what I want. So I'm going to use that same trim tool that I just used to get rid of everything in the border, except this time I'm going to trim these pieces because I want my overall shape to be connected to the edges. All right, so I'm going to take those out, and then if you look at what we've got, I think that's it, isn't it? If I then select that here, you can see that is actually the shape that's going to be cut out. So the blue represents where the material is going to be left, obviously, and this represents all of these blue holes are going to fall out, and they're going to fall out because they're not connected to anything else. So I'm just left with that piece. Okay, so that's how to do the pattern. And I'm now going to save this. I should have done that at the start. I'm not being very good here because I'm always telling you save at the start, which I didn't do. So John Wilson, year 10, lamp sides, or something along those lines. Okay. Make sure it's going into your year 10 lamp project folder, okay, or lamp project, and click save. And in the next tutorial, I'm just going to show you how to make the little connections on the edges, okay, so that when we print 4 of these out, they're all going to join together.